gracious, the things we do, the things we do. I wrote that commercial about 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I like it. I think it's very funny. So, anyway, we're back talking sports. The other big stories this weekend in the world of sports, we all know the Daytona 500 is happening this Sunday. I mean, this Sunday is a pretty special day in the world of entertainment. If you think about it, you have the Academy Awards on Sunday night, and it's so funny. I'm not a movie person. I live in Hollywood. I've seen, I've seen a lot of cartoon movies because of Miracle. I mean, we saw Lady and the Tramp, we saw Beauty and the Beast, The Smurfs, Puss in Boots, but I haven't seen The Artiste. I haven't seen, you know, any of the movies that are up for anything. And also, I don't know who's doing what and who's not doing what and so on and so forth. I'm a sports guy. If it's not a sports movie to watch, I'm not watching them. But I'll watch the Oscars just, because it's something to watch and it's, you know, an event within itself, being that it's right down the street from where I live. But it's a big entertainment weekend on Sunday because then you have the NBA All-Star Game is on at the same time as the Oscars are starting out here. And of course, earlier in the day, as I'm choking as I'm talking, you have the Daytona 500. That's right, folks. I talk NASCAR too. And this year's Daytona 500 is going to be very interesting because of what happened today. Everyone wanted to see how well Danica Patrick could do in this race, riding up against the big boys. Well, I guess today she crashed in her final lap, and it wasn't her fault. Somebody hit her. She said she saw, an opening that I guess the traffic was going really well down the bottom of the track, and I guess she was trying to make a move to get down there to, try to get a better position from where she was, and she got nailed, and she really hit that wall. If you had an opportunity to see her crash tonight on any of the sports channels, Dale Earnhardt died at Daytona track. And Dale Earnhardt's car wasn't even nowhere near as decimated as Danica Patrick's car was today. And he passed away. And she got out of the car walking and talking about, it's all good. I mean, Matt Kenseth and Tony Stewart won their respective races today. And therefore they have the third and fourth positions, come Sunday. But basically, we all want to see what happens. This race, makes people major stars. We want to see if this race can make her a star. She's already a star in other circuits, but this is the dream. You want to talk about somebody who had a dream life. Think about her. She's not only raced, now about to race in Daytona, she's also racing the Indianapolis 500. And she did very well. She came in fourth place. It was her best finish there. She's not a joke. She's the real deal. And the big story this year in NASCAR is whether or not Dale Earnhardt Jr. will win a race, and can Tony Stewart keep the magic going? What he did last year completely was like a turn back the clock. I mean, he won 5 races in the Sprint Cup Series out of the last 10, including winning doing so amazing in the final day to actually clinch his first championship in a bunch of years. And he's trying to prove to people that he's not a fluke and that he's, going to be around for a little bit longer. Obviously, Jimmy Johnson wants to get back to the top. He won the previous 5 championships. Jeff Gordon's got a little bit, still going. Kyle Busch, the most hated man out there, is trying to legitimize himself and be known for being, a racer as opposed to the negative publicity that he gets for some of his on-the-track performances. But basically, this Sunday's going to be crazy. Now, who do I think is going to win the race? I think Tony Stewart's going to win the race. I mean, basically, the guy, he said today he's won 17 events at this track. and has never won the big race. I think it's time for him to win the big race. He won today, and it was quite impressive. And he's, I believe, racing on Saturday as well. So he's going to go for the sweep. Wouldn't be surprised if he got it done. But we're all obviously going to see, it's funny. There's certain things that you watch only, because it comes on once a year. Like, for example, some people don't follow the hockey regular season, but they'll follow the Stanley Cup because that's supposedly the best hockey because there isn't so many fights and so on and so forth. For me, in auto racing, the only race I ever watched during the auto racing season is the Daytona 500. I don't watch any other race. Once in a blue moon, I'll catch the end of the Indianapolis 500 to see who wins. But the only race I watch is the first race of the season because of its significance. And we'll be back on 89.7 K LASFM after this message from Wrigley.